Good morning, everyone. I decided to do a live video today. Um, for multiple reasons. I want to talk about self-healing and what's not. Boy, there are so many people around right now that are going through some really difficult times, mentally and emotionally and physically. And it's hard to have the right answer or to be able to hold that space for another person. And in the work that we do, not only is in my intuitive work that I do one-on-one with people, or meditations, or QHHT, or hypnosis, or any other modality that you use, any other technique or any other system that you've learned. At the end of the day, if there's one thing that I've learned in life, the most valuable lesson is that all healing is self-healing. And we know this, and we say this over and over, but I don't think we really understand what that means. I had so much to say before. When I was thinking about this, I got up this morning and I had to kind of deal with a situation where, that just, made me question some of these things. Why do I do what I do? Why do any of us do what we do? Why do we take time out of our day to encourage one another and talk to each other, and share our knowledge and try to help each other in the best way that we can? But honestly, at the end of the day, the only one that can help you is you. The only one that can heal you is you, whether that is mentally or physically or emotionally. And I'm not talking about healing in the sense of now I have a physical disorder and then, miraculously or not, it's not there anymore. I am talking about remembering who you are, becoming whole, knowing that everything that you create in your life, good or bad, you are responsible for it. And that is probably one of the most difficult concepts for any human being to, one, acknowledge, and secondly, accept, because the implications of that is enormous. I always say nothing that I do, I don't expect anybody to do anything that I haven't done for myself. I think that is unrealistic. It wouldn't be fair. And even though we're all unique human beings and an individual, the source of who we are, the essence of who we are, there's a commonality to that. There's a unity to it. There's a oneness to it. There's a wholeness to it. And we've lost that. And it makes me really sad. That's what I see when I talk to somebody and they're talking about their problems or their issues, is we've forgotten who we are. We come into this life and we get entangled in systems and this extra world, this outside world. And then when things don't go right or they don't go our way, we expect somebody else to fix it. And we can't. Nobody can fix my problems, and I can't fix your problems, but what I can do is I can hold the space for you. I can help you realize and find your own light. You are the light in your darkness. You are the light in the void. And there are some of us that have gone through proverbial hell and back because we've experienced it. We've been there. We've lived it. And it was hard. We expect everything to be perfect in our lives. But this world of duality that we've created, I've created my world of duality, you've created your world of duality, and the intense contrast that you find in it. Everything that's good, everything that's bad. But in the Taoist philosophies and the Eastern philosophies, the thing that they have found is that there's a middle way. There's another way of living. There's another way of being where there's acceptance for yourself. You have to accept who you are and what you are before you can find love, before you can have somebody else in your life that reflect happiness back to you. Nobody else can make you happy. Anyway, I'm crying because I think there's too many people that are lonely in the world. There are too many people that think there's no hope, or there's too much chaos, or just too much. There's just too much of everything. It's too intense. It's really not that intense, because there's a beauty to that intensity. There's, in every situation of adversity or every problem that you have, there are people there to support you. There are people around you that care. There are people there that help you, that true humanity comes out at that point. But you have to be willing to, one, ask for it, for help. You need to communicate what your needs are. And how do you know what that is if you're not willing to even look inside of yourself? If you're not even willing to admit that what you're experiencing is what's helping you connect to a deeper sense of yourself. And I'm not talking just about the divine self or the God self. I think that's part of it, but that still makes it this separated thing. And we're not separate from that. None of us are separate from one another. This illusion of separateness, this illusion of duality, I think that's the change that we're going through right now. And it's really, really hard for people. And if I've seen anything over and over, especially these last 2-3 months, is that point is really being driven home. We have to take responsibility for who we are, for our actions, for our thoughts, for our feelings, in a non-judgmental way. In a way where you're not adding guilt to yourself. In a way where you're happy. You're happy regardless of what your circumstances are, because this is temporary. None of this is permanent. But it's difficult when other people don't see that in themselves, and they resist themselves and they fight it. And nobody can do it for you. But what I do want you to know is there are so many people that will love you and support you and be there. And you deserve every part of that, because you are a human being that is sharing this planet with millions of other human beings. And there is no reason for anybody to feel lonely or to feel depressed or to feel sad or to feel angry at themselves. I think that's what we need to let go of. We need to let go of the self-judgment, the self-criticism. We are a race, a species that have, might sound a little harsh, but for centuries, we wallow in self-pity. We perpetuate the worst of the worst. We focus so easily on the negative things. And as soon as somebody says, well, just think a little positively, or, just say positive things, that it's like, waving a magic wand. But I think it's the acceptance that no matter what happens in this life or after, that your soul, who you are, is more than infinite. It's beyond infinite. It is something that you can't even fathom. You can't even comprehend the source light that you have within you, the creativity that you have in you, the creation that you have within you. There are so many people out there that have compassion in their heart and that are willing to hold the space for you to find what you need to find. We can't blame them. We can't blame ourselves. There is only what is. There is only the I am. And so love everything. Love everything in your life. Love the good stuff. Love the bad stuff. Love the shitty things. Because they show you the substance that you're made of. They show you the strength that you have, and the ingenuity, and the compassion, and the heart, and the inspiration that you provide others just by being you, not doing anything special, but just being an ordinary person that is willing to engage with other people, to listen to what they have to say, and not feel that they have to fix everything, but just holding that space. But don't forget to hold the space for yourself. Don't forget that that's where it begins. Don't forget that you are the beginning and the end, and everything in between. Just like you want other people to know that they're that too. That's unity. That's wholeness to me. I think the thing that makes us sad in life, or sometimes angry or frustrated, is when we consciously or subconsciously recognize that other people don't see the light in themselves. And when I say light, I mean life force, literally the energy, the force of your life that you are. And you get to choose how you want to express that, how you want to use that to impact people in your life and your family and your friends. And the only way you can do that is by creating situations around you where you get to use that, where you have to solve problems, where you have to create solutions. So let go of what you think should be. Let go of what you think you know. Let go of this sense of approval that you need from anybody else. We have to have the right certificate, or we have to have the right schooling. All those things are saying somebody else needs to put a stamp on approval to who you think you are and what you're capable of. It doesn't matter. Anyway, this was what's on my heart today, is responsibility for ourselves, for everything that are in our lives. And that responsibility is to love. It's to love unconditionally. And when you find that, then no matter what comes your way, you'll be able to handle it. You'll be able to deal with it with grace. So enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you later. We're doing a podcast tonight at 7 o'clock, and if you want to join us, we would be happy to talk about all these things some more. But I just wanted to share that with you now. All right. Love you guys.